And we're tracking more rainfall moving back into mid-Missouri. Currently 12:37 at the time of the recording. Seeing some light showers just north of Moberly in between Macon. That will actually exit to the north and east as we head off into the afternoon hours. But we are tracking more rainfall in, which prompted an aerial flood watch down to the south and east. Phelps and Pulaski County. That's going to be in effect until about noon as we head off into Friday. And we're going to be welcoming a lot more rainfall back into the region. So showers beginning about 3 p.m. into the region. Then we head off into the overnight hours. Going to be a little bit more widespread by 8 p.m. So if you have any plans to be out and about tonight, going to want to carry that umbrella and some rain boots just because we're going to be tracking some heavier showers pooling into the region. That'll be lasting until Friday morning. Still going to be mostly rainfall. Model's not showing it very well, but off to the northwest, portions of central Missouri, we'll start to see that switching back over to snowfall and going to be a little bit more prominent by 10 a.m. while still tracking some heavier bands of rain down to the south. So this will continue as we head off into Friday afternoon. A lot of that moisture going to be exiting the region pretty much after 3 p.m. Then we head off into Friday night looking a lot more dry. Temperatures still, though, a tad bit cooler. Now, in terms of accumulation for our snowfall, we're going to be tracking anywhere from 0 to a trace really along the Highway 70 corridor. So that's going to be including Columbia and Jefferson City. Off to the north and west, 0 to 1 inches towards Brunswick, Moberly, and Paris. And then up towards Macon, 0 to 2 inches of snowfall. Now, the reason we're going to be including that 0 to 2 inches mark for 0 is because we're going to be tracking warmer temperatures at the surface and the road. So a lot of that going to be melting as it makes its way through the atmosphere. Only going to see accumulation in areas where that snowfall rate is kind of just fast enough to accumulate on itself. Now, that'll continue into the afternoon hours tomorrow, but tonight going to be looking a tad bit cooler. By 4 p.m., going to be tracking temperatures into the lower 50s. Widespread showers pooling back into the area by 7 p.m., 47 degrees. We continue to cool down after we head off into the overnight hours. Eventually going to be cooling back into the mid-30s. Lake of the Ozarks going to be finally sitting out at 39 degrees as we're going to be tracking a couple of rumbles of storms with that. Nothing too much to worry about tonight. The temperature is going to be a lot cooler after we head off into Friday back into the mid to upper 30s. That's why we're not going to be worrying too much about that snowfall. Travel impacts right now, looking at low to 0. A lot of that going to be pretty much in northwestern portions of central Missouri. Then we track heavier rainfall bands down to the south and east towards that Highway 44 corridor. Could see up to 3 inches in some areas. So going to want to make sure you get around those creeks that are prominent to flooding in your area. Maybe plan some alternate routes. Now, Saturday and Sunday, we do start to warm back up, and we're going to be drying up. 53 degrees on Saturday, getting close to that afternoon high, usually sitting at 51. Then by Sunday, 63 degrees, winds out of the south. We continue that warming trend, but off into the extended forecast, we're looking cooler than average for the majority of the United States as we're going to be tracking winds back out of the north and west. You're kind of starting to see remnants of that cool trend as we head off into next Wednesday and Thursday.